have a jewel of a gospel story today on healing, perhaps what we might call a double healing, all in only 6 verses from Luke. One of the reasons this story is so powerful is its contrast with yesterday's gospel, a gospel also of healing. Yesterday, we were in Capernaum, today in Nain. This is a story that needs to be considered with the heart as well as the mind, one that lends itself to imaginative prayer. In Capernaum, we saw the centurion, a powerful man, in charge of many, clearly wealthy and articulate, unafraid to ask for what he desires, asking Jesus to heal his slave, and amazing Jesus by his faith. Today, we again have the crowds surrounding Jesus, but this time, the scene seems somber. As Jesus and his followers arrive at the gates of the town, they are met with another crowd mourning the death of a young man, accompanied by the young man's widowed mother. Consider how she might appear to us, bereaved, now without any means of support. Let us remember the status of most women in Jesus' time, dependent on their husbands for everything, and when widowed, dependent on their sons. This woman has lost both, cut down by this tragedy, silent in what we might see as both her grief and her loss of her own life as it was. Who is it then in this story who needs healing? Like the centurion, she does not speak, and it is Jesus who takes the initiative. He reaches out to her, moved with pity for her, and then resuscitates the young man. Luke shows us the rejoicing as well as the awe, the fear experienced by those present. The young man is brought back to life, and the woman is healed, restored to love and life. Her circumstances, yet again, powerfully changed, now for the good. Imagine her surprise as well as her joy. Biblical scholars point out the similarity between this story and 2 from the Old Testament. One found in the first book of Kings, where Elijah restores the son of the widow Zarephath to life. And in the second book of Kings, when Elisha brings the Shunammite son to life. The people of Nain may well have these instances in mind when they exclaim, "A great prophet has arisen in our midst." And then, that for Luke is exactly the point. They say, God has visited his people. Indeed, in the next verses in this chapter of Luke, the followers of John the Baptist ask Jesus if he is the one to come. And Jesus replies, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind regain their sight, the lame walk, the dead are raised." What might be the implications then of this story for us? The miracle here is seen by many, such that the people broadcast this event, as Luke says, through the whole of Judea and in all the surrounding region. Do we need that big an event to recognize where God has intervened in our own lives to heal us, to bring us back to life? Sometimes, like the widow, when we do not even have the ability to articulate our need for healing. Is it possible that we do not recognize God's healing because we are looking for something else, another kind of healing than what God is giving us. Perhaps a prayer today might be to ask for the grace to recognize the healing God gives us, whether specifically articulated by us or not, sometimes readily apparent and at other times hidden. As our gospel acclamation proclaims, a great prophet has arisen in our midst, and God has visited his people. Not just in Elijah and Elisha's time, not just in Nain, but today, perhaps in our own lives. May we not let our own miracles of healing go unheeded. And may we give thanks for the big and the small gifts of healing from God, perhaps unseen until now.